going, everyone? Welcome to the Last Seed podcast. It's your boy Johnny Clutch. Got my boy Ty with me. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel before we get started. Let's get started here. What else need to do for y'all? Hit that elbow button on the subscribe channel, like we always say.
Yep.
Spill your coffee on it, and maybe that's what you got to do. Also hit that like button as well. But let's get right into it. So the Saints game didn't go as smooth as maybe we wanted it to, but the Bills, got the win. Pretty, I guess you can say business as usual. What do you think?
Yeah, pretty much. I saw, second quarter was just not going well. I think this is something that's been going on for a while where the Bills, they don't want to show too much. They just kind of do that, vanilla offense, that very bland, very plain offense. Don't want to show and give up too much. And I think that's what what they were doing. I think we saw it in, a couple of the early games too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it slowly started to come and bite them in the butt. And I thought the Saints did a really good job defensively, just changing on the fly, adjusting, and offensively too. They weren't giving the Bills any time to substitute or even get set for anything. They were just quick, no huddle, getting ready, and they caught the Bills a couple times having to burn timeouts and stuff. So I thought the Saints did a good job with that. I don't think anyone really feared we were going to lose the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely I feel we could have played a lot better. But the thing is, with it being the NFL, I think a lot of people get caught up in looking at the team's record.
Right.
And, all it takes is for a team to come out and have one good game. That's all it is. It doesn't matter who it's against. The Browns beat the Packers.
Yeah, exactly.
No one thought that was going to happen. The Browns fans didn't even think that was going to happen.
Yeah, every team has talent for sure. The Saints ran the ball really well against us.
Yeah.
That is one thing I'm taking away most is that's something I'm still kind of worried about is our run defense has been pretty shoddy at times.
I think they're 31st or dead last.
Yeah, and I think the Saints, Kendra Miller had his coming out party. Kamara wasn't running too bad, and Rattler had how many?
Yeah, I think they had close to 200 yards rushing.
Yeah, I believe it. They had to be close to that mark. But the Saints definitely ran the ball well on us. One great thing about that game though was I think that maybe can be something good for the rest of the season and a confidence builder for him is that Cole Bishop interception.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was huge. I thought that was a for sure touchdown.
Yeah.
I sit in the end zone and that was right in front of us, and I remember just pointing.
Mm-hmm.
Almost holy cow, he's wide open.
Yeah.
Rattler's what was it? Rattler they were throwing the ball to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was wide open. Olave threw it. Yeah, and Bishop shot out. He had to have been almost to the other side of the field.
Yeah.
He came a long way to just go up there. Not only, it's a great play even if he just knocks the ball down, but to make a one-handed pick like that was huge.
Yeah, that was definitely a huge play. If the Saints score that drive, who knows what kind of conversation we're having right now, you know what I mean? And I was pretty shocked they ran a play like that. When you're just, running the ball as good as they were, I would have just kept running it, at that point, or or doing something else. But thank goodness they didn't. And Cole Bishop made an amazing play on that. That Shakir touchdown, that's probably going to go.
Cool.
That was probably going to go, and that might be a top 5 Bills play of the season when it's all said and done. And it's only week 4, after week 4 right now. So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know how he got out of that tackle. It spun away. Next thing you know, he's just gone.
Yeah.
So.
And then James Cook, again, great stuff. Josh was great. You saw when the game was close, he kind of had to put a Superman cape on for that one play. I think it was a 25, 30-yard run.
Yeah, he even said after the game he should have never ran the ball. I guess he said Kincaid was wide open.
Mm-hmm.
And but he said, in that situation where all you're thinking about is getting the first down, you kind of just tuck your head and go.
Yeah, so that was definitely an amazing play. But the Bills still 4-0 heading into Sunday night against the Patriots.
Yep. So just not to go too far back, but we talked about a lot of people getting caught up on the teams and their records and stuff like that. I think it says something when you don't play your best game and you're still scoring 31 points.
Oh, for sure.
The Bills probably played a C, maybe a B- game if you had to put a grade on it, and they're still winning by double digits. Not to get too much into it, there's just a lot of Bills fans who are so spoiled now.
Oh, yeah.
And listening to people call into these radio shows and Twitter and stuff, and it's just you would think we're 0-4.
Oh yeah.
The way that some of these people are, because we're not winning every game 30-0.
Yeah, that's just not the way NFL works.
And it's like, okay, so when playoff time comes, if you win a playoff game by 1 point, you're not going to say, "Oh man, we barely won." Like no, you're going to take a win any way you can get it.
Yeah,
it's the NFL. But yeah, I mean, same thing with the Patriots game. I think this is the most nervous a lot of Bills fans have been since the Baltimore game. So many people saying, I think the Bills maybe win by 3. It comes down to whoever has the ball last. This game doesn't worry me at all. And that's not, trying to just bash the Patriots or anything like that. I think, they do have a good young team. They're super inconsistent, though.
Yeah.
You don't know what version of the Patriots you're going to get. I mean, they lost to the Raiders.
Yeah. And that's a loss that's really not looking good right now.
Yeah, that's a loss that's going to come and bite them later on.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, nothing against Drake May or any of those guys. I think, he's going to be a good quarterback. I think he is good. I think he's still going to keep getting better. A lot of people say he has that, like, Josh Allen built and, some attributes like Josh Allen. But honestly, the games that I feel like Bills fans are like, oh, yeah, we might win this one by, 2 or 3, are the ones the Bills end up winning by, like, 15.
Yeah, I know. No one's expecting it this week, and we might put on a good performance. I mean, yeah, like you said, I definitely feel more nervous about this one, obviously, than, like, the Saints game or the Dolphins game. The Patriots got some juice in them. You definitely can't take them lightly. You take them lightly, it's, what I mean? The Bills could lose. I'm not saying that, it's impossible to lose, but I feel pretty good going into this game. My one concern is our run defense again, and because the Patriots do got some guys that can run the ball there.
Right.
Stevenson, when he's not fumbling, has been, good this year. You know how much I like TreVeyon Henderson. I think he's got, a lot of juice in him. I think he's going to be a really good back in this league. So that's not probably the thing that worries me the most. The Patriots passing game has been, we'll say, inconsistent at best. That might be a light way of putting it. You know what I mean? And it's no knock on Diggs, but if, how old is he? 32-year-old Diggs is your best weapon.
He had a nice game last week.
Yeah, he had a nice game last week.
So, it'll be cool seeing him come back to Buffalo. I'm always one of the guys who I never had hard feelings towards Diggs. I mean, say what you want. He's one of the best receivers that ever played for the Bills, and he was only here for 4 seasons. I mean, the numbers don't lie what he did. His 4 years, 1,000 yards plus receiving each year, is the only guy to ever do it for the Bills. And that's saying something when you have, former guys who are in the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, their offensive line's not very good, I guess you could say. I think this is a game where you definitely have to watch May because he can tuck it and run if he has to. But this is where our guys got to win on the outside. Yes. You got to get pressure on him. I'm not saying you got to finish this game with 6 sacks, but it's like if he's dropping back, you got to, you can't let him just sit back there and have all day to find something. I think this is a really good test for our defense, especially the line in general, and like you said, the run defense to, hopefully show up.
Yeah, I would love to see more consistency from our defensive unit. And the point on Diggs, like, I was someone that did have, like, more hard feelings than you did with Diggs. I felt he was, kind of crybaby at times and things like that. But the point you said, it doesn't take away from what Diggs did. He's probably the best receiver I've seen play for the Bills ever since I started watching. I know, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say he's over Andre Reed, but that was before my time.
Right.
Stuff like that. And, I loved a lot of Bills receivers before Diggs, but I will say that Diggs was the best one I've ever seen in a Bills uniform live, playing. And he did a lot more good than bad. Obviously, the end was ugly and stuff like that, but you can't – I would be remiss if I was to say, like, he didn't have a big part in Josh Allen's production becoming an elite quarterback.
For sure,
You mean, I know Allen is I think Allen has grown to the point to where it's like he doesn't need that number 1 target anymore.
Right.
But for Allen to get better and to get to this point, he needed someone like Diggs to come in. So
yeah, I see that.
So I'll forever be thankful for Diggs, what he did with that for sure. But yeah, I mean, like previous point I was saying, like, I would love to see more consistency from the defense. That's probably the number 1 thing I want to see in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, seeing them just continue, just play well, get off the field on 3rd down. And then the offense, I mean, we can hang out with anyone in this league. The offense can score points on whoever.
Yeah.
But it's going to be more, can you be consistent? Not just you score on the first drive and then the next 3 drives you're punting the ball.
Yeah.
You got to go out there and you got to show some good when it comes to the pass, when it comes to the run. I think the Patriots' run defense is like 2nd in the league.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'll be a good test for us to do that. But at the same time, I mean, this is a game I want to see. I would love to see Allen under center more. You know, get the play action going. Go double tight end too. You know,
Yeah.
put Knox and Kincaid one on each side and really just eat the middle of the field.
Yeah.
You know, especially if they're going too high safety. I mean, you're not going to have a choice.
For sure.
You know, but I mean, I thought Coleman had a great start to last week against the Saints, and if they're going to play a single high safety, I mean, I think you can really attack that, and that's a guy. You know, I'm not saying force feed him the ball, but if you got 1-on-1, give him a 50-50 ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see that. Even and not seeing like you said, like the offense obviously hasn't been bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're still putting up 30 points, but I would like to see another element to this offense for when teams are able to stop the run against us. And I would like to see that, hey, we can go to this if we are forced to. I haven't really seen us. We've seen it at times. We've seen glimpses of it going downfield. Like we saw it in the Ravens game mostly in the comeback. Going downfield to Coleman. Haven't really seen it much since then. So it would be nice to see it a little bit more in this game for sure.
Right.
But what would be your prediction for this game?
I mean, I'm taking the Bills to win. Honestly, I'm going to go the opposite of everybody else. I don't think it's going to be as close as people think it is. I can see the Bills taking like a 30-20 or something along the lines, or like 33-21, something like that. I think the Patriots will still put up some points.
Yeah.
But I just think eventually our offense is going to be too much for them to have to keep up with.
What's wild is I was thinking the same exact score.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even lying. 30-20 was like the number I was about to say. I thought that when you started out, I thought you were going to say, oh yeah, we're going to win by like 14 to 17 points or something.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, oh, I thought it was safe. But yeah, that's about I'm not going to change my prediction though. I think it's about 30-20. Take that. Hopefully y'all got 0-0 and what you call it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, that's the way I see it going. I think the Patriots put up a decent fight, like you said. I don't think this is gonna be like a runaway game, but I think it's gonna be a game where it's like, you're not gonna feel a lot of pressure from the Patriots winning this game. Like, yeah, they'll be quote unquote in it, but I don't think the Bills are gonna feel threatened at any point,
right?
Of losing this game. But I think it's gonna wrap up that show. Hope you guys like the recap of the Saints game and us previewing the Patriots game. Definitely like everyone that's been liking the video, subscribing. Hopefully we get more.
For sure.
If you're crossing over from TikTok, we got some more lives coming up. But until next time, peace out.